Are you looking for the best work monitors? In this video, we will look at some of the 5 best monitors on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Asus VG246H. If you want the best monitor for working from home but need something cheap, then the Asus VG246H is a good option. It has a smaller 24-inch screen and a lower 1080p resolution than the Dell S2721QS. However, it's still a good size if you have limited desk space, find a 27-inch screen too big, or want to buy two to place side by side. The text clarity is still decent, and it has great color accuracy in the sRGB picture mode, which is great if your work requires accurate colors, but you'll still need to get it calibrated for the most accurate colors possible. Asus monitors are known for their remarkable ergonomics, and this one is no exception as it offers all common adjustments, and you can swivel at 90 degrees in either direction. Its wide viewing angles make it a great choice for sharing your screen, as the image looks consistent from the sides. It's bare bones in terms of connectivity and extra features, but that's normal for a cheap display, and it still has built-in speakers, which is useful if you want to listen to music while working from home and don't want to spend extra on a dedicated setup. At number 2. Dell S2721QS. If you're on a budget and want the best work monitor, a few great options won't cost you much. The Dell S2721QS is one of those monitors, as it's a step down from the Dell S2722QC in terms of features but still offers excellent office performance. It has fewer features than the S2722QC, as it doesn't have a USB hub, but that's the trade-off you must make to get something cheaper. Luckily, this monitor has great SDR peak brightness and very good reflection handling, making it a great choice for well-lit rooms. It's also well built with impressive ergonomics, so you can easily adjust it. With its wide viewing angles, the image remains consistent no matter where you view it from, which is great if you often need to share your screen with a coworker or client. Lastly, only a few 4K monitors are available at a budget price like this one, and the advantage of getting a 4K display over other budget 1440p monitors is that you get much sharper text due to the increased pixel density. However, if you aren't a fan of 4K monitors, you can also consider the Asus ProArt Display PA278CV, which has a 1440p resolution and a few more features, like a USB hub, and it's still great for the office. At number 3. Dell S2722QC. If you don't like the ultra-wide format of the LG 40WP95CW and don't need a high-end option like the Dell U2723QE, then the cheaper Dell S2722QC might be a good choice, and it often goes on sale too. It has a smaller screen than the LG, and the main difference with the U2723QE is that it has a smaller USB hub, which explains the cheaper cost. Instead of 3 USB-C ports and 5 USB-A ports, it has 2 USB-A ports and a USB-C input with DisplayPort Alt mode that supports 65W of power delivery, which is slightly less than the 90W on the U2723QE. While this is still good enough to charge most entry-level laptops, it isn't enough for power-hungry laptops. The S2722QC has a high 4K resolution and high pixel density, delivering sharp images and text. It also has excellent ergonomics with swivel, height, and tilt adjustments, and you can rotate it into portrait mode if you want to use it vertically. You won't have any issues with it in a well-lit room, as it gets bright enough to fight glare. This monitor also has good reflection handling, even better than the U2723QE, so if you work in a really bright environment, it might be the better choice. At number 4. LG 40WP95CW. If you find that the 27-inch screen size on the Dell U2723QE is too small to place multiple windows side by side, then an ultra-wide monitor would be a good alternative for your needs. The LG 40WP95CW is a great choice with a 40-inch screen and a high 5120 by 2160 resolution, which has a slightly lower pixel density than the Dell, but the text clarity is still remarkable. While its bigger screen is better for multitasking than the Dell, it isn't as good to use in bright rooms because it only has decent peak brightness and isn't bright enough to fight intense glare. This means the Dell is still better if you work in a well-lit office and don't need the biggest screen. It's easy to connect your laptop to the LG as it has two USB-C ports that support Thunderbolt 4, which deliver 96 W of power, enough to charge most laptops. If you find this model too expensive but still want an ultra-wide display, there are some 34-inch options you can get for cheaper. The Gigabyte M34WQ is a great ultra-wide office monitor that doesn't cost much, but its USB-C port is limited to only 15 W of power delivery, which isn't enough to charge your laptop while you're using it. At number 5. Dell U2723QE. The best monitor for home office use that we've tested is the Dell U2723QE. It's an impressive office monitor with many features, so it's a great choice no matter what you do for work. It has an sRGB picture mode that results in excellent accuracy before calibration, which is important if your job requires accurate colors. Although it has disappointing reflection handling, you won't have many issues using it in most offices because it gets bright enough to fight glare. It also has wide viewing angles that keep the image consistent from the sides, which is also great if you need to share your screen with a coworker or client. What makes this a great high-end monitor for work is that it has a ton of included inputs, with 5 USB-A ports and 3 USB-C ports. One of the USB-C ports supports DisplayPort Alt mode with 90 W of power delivery, allowing you to display an image from your laptop and charge it using a single cable. It also has a KVM switch that makes it easy to control two devices with the same keyboard and mouse, which is great for multitasking. If you want something bigger than the 27-inch screen, then the 32-inch Dell U2723QE is a good alternative, but it costs more for minimal difference in performance.